Hello there and welcome to another segment in tape preservation. Today we are going to talk about how to dump a tape to tab file format using the Ultimate 1541-2. The thing is that I have received some questions about how to make this possible, how to do this. And what we are seeing here is the actual the tape adapter, that one. Here you connect your dataset to, of course, and it also goes via this transfer cable into the back of your Ultimate 2. That's it. And yeah, of course you have the serial device connected as well. Go figure out. Anyhow, the thing is that by default sometimes this tape adapter has a little setting that you need to adjust, or I shall say you need to fix it. If we are looking without destroying the whole damned thing, we are going to look here. If we're looking at this device, like I said, or actually the the tape extender here, we can see we have a little button there, or actually it's a jumper. It's called the read pass through, I mean. And by some funny reason, sometimes that jumper can be opened, and that we don't want. Oh no, we want it to be closed. It should be shut, closed. Because the thing is that, like you see, read pass through, what it means is that if it's enabled, so to say, the signal coming from the tape will go via this cable into your Ultimate 2. And if it's opened, well, it will just bypass the whole thing and go straight into your Commodore 64. As well, you wanna look at the pass power to Ultimate here. What that does is that it's sending the power from your cassette deck back and forth, or how you put it, depends on. Means that your Ultimate 2 will control the power going to your dataset. And it means that if a loader will excuse me, if the loader will send the stop signal to the motor, the Ultimate 2 will also send a stop signal. It will receive the stop signal, so to speak, which is I think it's good. And also it's working. Very nice. There we go. So how to get started? Actually, you need to install your Ultimate 2, and you need to have this little tape adapter connected, and we're going to connect it into your Commodore 64. This time without breaking it. Well, these are robust built. And now when it's connected, you also of course need a fine dataset, which we have here. Ta-ta! Very nice. We have a little dataset here that we need to connect, and also you need to have a monitor that you can work on, of course, because that's also one thing you are depending on to see what you're doing, so you cannot work like in a dark room or with your eyes covered. You need to open up and see what you're doing. That's what you need to do. Anyhow, so let's just dive straight into it and take a look how to complete our task. So I'll see you soon. So we are back here. We turn on the Commodore 64. And we can hear that the tape has been initialized. It's humming a little bit, and that's perfectly normal. And what we're seeing now is, well, I have the actual Replay Professional 6.0 installed. But we are not going to do anything with that. No, we're going to press, well, a normal configured Ultimate 2 has the menu here. We're going to go into the cartridge, I mean. And if we are looking here, I'm using version 2.6K because I have also heard and received lots of messages and read on forum that the latest version has some issues with the tape feature, the dumping and stuff like that. I don't know what's the matter with that because I haven't tried, I haven't upgraded, because this is working perfectly fine for me. So now let's get to business, shall we? Yep. We are going to walk into the directory, or not directory, but where we want to put our tap file. And I see that I can create directory. Well, I can make it, but I can DD for digital dump. Going in here, and we are pressing F5 now to get access to the menu here. And if we are walking down there, we see sample tape to tap. That's exactly what we want to do. And in this case, we are going to dump a game called Winter Games. And we are not going to be able to do it in another way than to dump it to a tap format, because it's using a special loader and stuff like that. So we cannot use Spectacular, because Spectacular can only dump turbo tape formats. That's about it. So anyhow, back to the business. We sample the tape and we call it Winter Games. I mean WG. Side A, and we press enter. There we go. And now we are out in here. And now we insert the tape to the dataset, and we're pressing play. All right. What's next? What's next? How do we even know that this is working? Well, I'm gonna show you something. If we're carefully tilting up the Commodore 64, you can see that there is a green LED flashing, indicating that the Ultimate 2 is receiving a signal from the dataset, which means everything is good, absolutely brilliant. And this will go on until it turns off, or, well, you can just go all the way till the tape will stop. Anyhow, so we are pretending that the tape has reached its end. What's next? Well, we're gonna put down the Commodore 64, and we're going to press the middle button again. Boom! End tape capture, yes or no? Oh yeah, we want to end it because imaginary, the tape has reached its end. You press yes, and there we go. We have the Winter Game side A as a tab file, as we're seeing now. This one is ridiculous small. I mean, there's no way, there's no chance that this is just 119K. It will probably more like 2 or 4 megabyte. That's a more reasonable file size for a full-length tape. But this is like the basic step how to make it possible to dump files. Oh, another thing, a very, how to say, good thing to keep in mind. I'm going to just go out to the prompt here, use the white background so you can see something. I just want to point out that, as you can see here, whoa, the tape adapter itself is pointing out, and you have the entire circuit board here. And you wanna watch out when you're like twiddling, or not twiddling, that's not where you're not going to twiddle around with it, but when you're like moving your Commodore 64 around, because it's really easy to break it. Yeah, so if you're having like a little computer desk or you're in a tiny space, just be aware so you don't crack it, because you don't want to crack that tape adapter. Then you won't be able to, yeah, preserve and dump files from your dataset any longer. It's just something that I have, well, discovered, so to speak. And even if I'm really careful when I'm, you know, treating hardware and connecting and things like that, sometimes when you're getting a bit excited, which is a pretty common thing here, then you can break it or just tilt it, and you know, ooh, there we go, you're getting noticed. So it's just little tips. There's just a bit of tips and advice from me. And there are some covers or acrylic plastic boxes you can order online to protect it, actually, which is something I should really do. But yeah, you know how it is. Sometimes, well, you don't realize it until it's too late, which gives me an idea to actually order one of these at once. So anyhow, guys, I hope this has been some kind of useful for you, and I'll guess I see you in another one. So bye!